I just wanted to talk today about T, which for those who don't know, which means you're probably cis, testosterone, and is a birth control? I literally thought, I literally had this quick conversation with my doctor. Yes, embarrassing and awkward, but I literally was like, I'm just kind of curious because I thought the entire time it was one way, and apparently it's not. It's the complete opposite way of what I was thinking. So, you know how people say that you can still get pregnant on hormones and all that stuff? So I was like, no, it can't be birth control then. Well, that was my immediate thinking from a while ago and all that stuff for a while, just because of me knowing that you can get pregnant on hormones still. So I was like, no, it's not a birth control. And I know people who can get on birth control and still be on hormones. I was like, According to a doctor I was seeing, being on hormones, specifically testosterone, is kind of a birth control. I completely see how this is possible, but my mind was going before, being like, since you can, it must not be. But apparently it is kind of a decent form of birth control, and you should typically be safe, but obviously not foolproof, because we all know people can get pregnant while on hormones. So that was kind of a little bit mind-boggling, but not really, because I kind of understood it, but I didn't understand it at the same time, because my mind was just going versus me knowing before, and me knowing that you can get pregnant on hormones. So I was like, okay. Yeah, and the awkward part is he was like, yeah, you should be okay and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah. That wasn't asking for me. Okay, I have no intention of ever getting pregnant, ever. No, just never. But yeah, so apparently being on hormones is kind of a birth control. So which I completely understand, obviously the menstruation cycle decreases and all that stuff, so you don't release eggs and all that stuff to bleed. Shark Week, we all know. I'm sorry, this should be a huge trigger warning, but you read the title. So I kind of understand in that way that you would kind of have a birth control at the same time, but I was like, so yeah, that's kind of confusing and weird. And obviously while you're still on T, you reduce your chances of having a menstruation cycle, but you can still have it. We've heard of people years and years on hormones who have had menstruation issues. So there's that, and you can always get on some certain blockers or whatever, like hormone blockers and all that stuff if needed. It to be that, but or you can just go on straight birth control. I believe you're supposed to get on non-estrogen birth control, just so then we don't add too much estrogen into our body, because obviously we don't want too much estrogen, because that's kind of why we're taking hormones, to boost our T levels up. So there is that. So yeah, apparently, though I knew this, but I didn't, but I did, if that makes any sense, that being on T is kind of a birth control, but it's not fully effective birth control, just like most things are not completely effective forms of birth control. So I'm not going to preach abstinence only stuff, because that's crap, because it's life, it's not that, but according to most people, the only version to have for sure non-pregnancy is just be abstinence, but that's not realistic for the majority of the world. So I'm not preaching all that stuff, but just condoms for sure can help, and just be safe, obviously, testing and all that stuff. Make sure you don't have anything, all that. This is just regular sex ed stuff, apparently, I'm getting to. So just be safe. Probably just have the person, if they're assigned male at birth, just have them have a condom on. That's a little bit, that's more protection, and kind of can be a form of birth control without being a form of birth control, Or you can just go to your doctor and be like, hey, yeah, form of birth control that doesn't have hormones or something like that, and they should give it to you. So yeah, so T is kind of a form of birth control, but it's not obviously guaranteed, which nothing is.